Good night, Misters and Misses. My name is Lino, but my friends call me Don Lino. And I want to share with you 5 things that I have learned in my 25 years of life. So first I'm going to say what I learned, and then I'm going to give a little explanation explaining how I learned that. So let's begin. But before we start, I will ask you, so if you like this type of content, please give a like and subscribe to the channel. The first thing I want to share is about divorce. So if you are a person, especially a teenager, that your parents are getting a divorce, please don't be so hard with yourself, and it's not your fault. And also you have to take into account that divorce is pretty common in a lot of families. So to explain this point, I have to tell you that my parents got divorced when I was between 17 and 18 years old, and with that I had a really hard time. With this divorce, my family image broke, and also I really don't want to live, well, like a week with my mom and a week with my dad. So we moved away to another apartment with my sister. Also, because of the divorce, I lost a lot of contact with all my family except my dad and my mom. So I started blaming my dad, blaming my mom, and also I started to blame myself. I feel depressed, I feel lonely. I remember talking to the mirror alone in the other apartment, saying that I had to be strong, but I was that I'm not going to be like my father or like my mom. I was uh, taking this divorce, in a pretty wrong way, in a wrong way. So the divorce of my parents hit me really hard, and I assume that this type of situation hits people a lot. Well, changed the life of a lot of people. So, and what helped me to overcome the situation was to meet people that have been in the same place. So I started to go to a gym that was near my other apartment, and I meet this person that if you see him like talking with the other people, uh, you will not guess that he has been in the same situation as you. So I remember that I don't like the calendar dates like Christmas or New Year, and this is because I usually pass with my with my family. I used to pass Christmas in Quito and then New Year in Quevedo with my mom's family, in Quito with my dad's family. But with the divorce, that was not the well. I don't want to be in the same. Well, yeah, I didn't want to accept the divorce, so I didn't want to go to my mom's or my dad's house in Christmas or New Year. So I remember telling this friend the situation that it was like 2 weeks before Christmas, and I tell him that I really don't like these dates, and he told me that he feel the same. So that well, we have a conversation right there, and then it hit me that how how he can be a good person, how he can smile, how he can have a conversation with all the people in the gym, and he's not crying about being a divorced child. He's not blaming anyone. He's like moving on with his life. So I think that hit me really hard and helped me to move to the next step in this with my feelings and this divorce thing. Also, you have to consider that this is going to take a lot of time to things to settle down, and you have to understand that your mom and your dad are only people that have their feelings, have their reasons, and you have to acknowledge that. And also, another thing that helped me to overcome this divorce is talking with my dad and my mom like an adult. And well, right now I have a really good relation with my dad and my mom. So I'm really happy where I am. Okay, moving to the second point. So the second point is try to get along with people. In this point, well, I have to tell you that I am a really shy person. I'm not the sociable guy that I want to be. I'm really shy. I used to hate people. Well, that is related with the problems that I have in the past. But you have to learn how to get along with people. You have to learn to work in groups. This helps you a lot and avoids you to have a lot of problems with your classmates or with your coworkers. So the third point is going to be comfortable being alone. The fourth point is take online courses. Right now there are a lot of online courses that are pretty good and they are cheap, and you can learn anything that you want to learn. And also all the things that you are going to learn are going to help you a little are going to help you to improve yourself a little and a little and a little. For example, in my case, I'm an engineer, but I recently started to learn about editing videos, and that is the reason why I can edit this video and put some letters. I'm not the best, but I really like how I can make this because I didn't knew anything about editing videos. I didn't know that we can put different layers, different letters in the videos, or different images, for example, right here or right here. And you will think that this is not going to help me in my career, but for example, with this with this course of editing videos with DaVinci Resolve, helped me to make my first reel. And I really wanted a reel. I studied architecture for 2 semesters, and I really like the concept to showing your work like projects in a really short video. So with this knowledge of this course, I can make this reel. And the final point that I really think is the most important right here is to read, learn, and act. Please read. All the things that people say about the reading, about books, is true. Reading helps you to improve a lot. And I have to tell you that I started reading at 22 years old. Well, I didn't like to read because in college I hate the social area. I hate literature. I hate the grammatical sentence and all of that stuff. But I really hope I started reading books earlier, because there are a lot of great books for social development, for financial purposes, and yeah, there are a lot of books that are really good and I really recommend to read. Also, if you learn something, you have to do something with that. It is not it is not useful to learn something and don't do anything with that knowledge. So please, for example, in my case, I'm learning about this course of editing videos and I'm creating these YouTube videos and I'm improving like myself a little by little. Yeah, it's fun to learn, but it's much better to do things with that knowledge. So that's all for this content, for this video, I'm sorry. I really hope you like this type of content. So I really hope this these 5 bullet points help you in some way. So thank you very much for watching, and we're going to see you in the next video.